Gordes, France. It's the town at the top of everyone's list when visiting Provence. Today we'll find out what all the hubbub is all about. There are two main parking areas in Gordes, the upper and lower lots. Both use a ticket machine. I found the lower lot to be the most convenient. If it's full, which it is much of the time, you have two choices. Continue through town to the upper lot, or turn around and find a place on the side of the road and walk up. At the ticket machine, choose English, unless you're up for a challenge. And drop in some euros, enter your license plate number. When the ticket prints out, put it on the dash of your car. Sounds easy, right? Well, for a good laugh, watch the blooper at the end of this video. In Gordes, the bathrooms are conveniently located near the parking. No signs for men and women here, just choose according to your needs. We arrived in Gordes on market day, and the place was packed. We went again a couple of days later and enjoyed it a lot more. Just food for thought. The town of Gordes began in the 8th century with the building of an abbey. In 1031, a castle was constructed in the center of town, and it's still there today. During World War II, Gordes played an active role in the French resistance. And in 1947, the artist Chagall visited Gordes and fell in love with the town, inspiring several of his artist friends to make their home in Gordes.
Bonjour.
Je voudrais un sandwich.
Oui.
Et les pommes de terre aussi.
Une petite barquette.
Oui.
Voilà, ça va.
Merci.
Non, j'ai pas entendu, j'ai pas le temps, j'ai pas le temps. Alors 10.
10? In my opinion, Gordes has an unusual layout compared to other hill towns I visited. Typically, in a hill town, traffic is directed away from the center, leaving sightseers with an energizing hike to a charming main square. But in Gordes, the main road goes right through town, which makes for a lot of congestion at the roundabout and takes away from the town's character. The rest of the town slopes down from there. The steep cobblestone streets can pose a problem for people with walking issues. If flatter walking venues are important to you, try the towns of Roussillon and Minerve. Vous l'avez faite?
C'est pas moi qui l'ai fait.
Ah?
C'est pas moi, c'est mon mari. Ouais.
Et ça de combien de temps pour faire ça?
Ça dépend, un mois ou 4 semaines.
Un mois, 4 semaines.
Ouais.
By the time we get around to lunch, this restaurant was done serving. That's common in France. Restaurants serve until 2 or so, then they close the kitchen until dinner, serving only desserts and drinks in between. By the way, Cafe Renaissance is a filming location for the iconic movie A Good Year with Russell Crowe. It's where Max gets his first date with Fanny Chanel. And with that, we say so long to Gordes. We set a course for the Abbey of Senanque, which is only a few miles away. Yes, I was glad to learn this road was a one-way, and that we were going the right direction. Tucked into a narrow valley, we find the Abbey. Unfortunately, the lavender fields for which the Abbey is known around the world have been cut and pruned to the nub. To see this spectacular display, visit the Abbey in July or August. Construction on the Abbey began in 1148 and took almost 60 years to complete. The name Senanque was taken from a nearby river called the Sana Aqua, or pure water. At its peak, the Abbey owned 4 mills, several houses, a hospital in Arles, and a large section of land that stretched as far as Marseille. Yeah, they have a dress code too. Hey, they're monks. In spite of their success, by the 15th century, the abbey had fallen into mismanagement and corruption. In 1544, during the War of Religions, Senanque was attacked and looted. The abbey was abandoned and sold several times until in 1988, 6 monks moved in, reigniting the monastic life at the abbey. They remain there today. Now, besides praying, which the monks do a lot of, they sell stuff. And pretty much everything has lavender in it. Wine is also a big seller. This group is having a great time on the road. With their map open, they debate the next step of their itinerary. We find a place on the grounds and get out our lunch. The Coke, the sandwich from Gordes, and the potatoes. And make sure you have one of these. I'll be back in August to see the lavender in bloom. We leave the Abbey and return to Gordes for the evening. In my opinion, the town of Gordes just doesn't live up to the hype. It's nice, but a half a day is all you'll need. And choose a non-market day. Make it an evening. Sit at a cafe and watch the sun go down. Or join us on the hill. We'll see you there.